Hey guys, let's talk about the Staccato HD. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I got one of these. Well, I ordered mine the first day that I could. Um, the pistol showed up and it sat around for a while because unfortunately, they didn't have a holster for it. That was a big miss from Staccato that they did not offer the holster right away. Now, I have my rig all set up, ready to go, and I can give you some thoughts on the Staccato HD. But before I do, let's talk through this holster. This is a Texas company. It's TRX, I think is the company. Seems fine. It's a nice Kydex pouch that you can see here. We've got tension screws, and it comes on the Safariland. What is it called? I don't know. The whatever the clip mount thing. So it fits the standard Y plate. So I used the Baller Boss adapter to mount the holster to. Um, it's a nice setup. One difference with this holster to the other 2011 holsters I have, you can see here, this one actually covers up the safety, which um, I don't really mind that. I kind of like it because that way it's like, yeah, I'm definitely not going to manipulate the safety while the gun's in the holster. I do see ADs with this style of gun. When guys try to go fast, they'll like slam down on the gun, safety off, and they put their finger in the trigger really early and they end up letting them off really before they intend to. Another new product I have on here is this new pouch design from Ghost. I've used the Ghost pouches extensively. I like them. Fundamentally, they're cheap. They're a little bit chintzy, but they're very effective and they work for tons of different mag designs. That's kind of what I like about them. You can see on the new design, it's a little bit different. It's almost like a Picatinny rail that they mount the pouch on here with just one screw. I don't think you can see it. I don't think you'll get a good view on camera, but there's just that one little silver screw in there is what screws the pouch onto this Picatinny rail thing. It's height adjustable, right? So I can decide where this thing rides. In this, on the front pouch, for example, I flipped the Picatinny thing around, and now the pouch is riding higher, whereas the pouch rides lower on the other pouches that I have. So it's like, it's nice, it's adjustable. I think they are more money than the old design. Um, but to me, it's like a substantial and obvious improvement if you're interested in that sort of thing. So anyway, today was the first day I used the HD in an actual class. So I did a little bit of training with the holster and then we're on it shooting the gun. So let me give you my impressions of the gun itself when I'm actually shooting it. The grip, I do like. I like the weight and balance of the gun. It feels nice in the hand. The other thing I like is I like the way the slide reciprocates a lot. I'm gonna wait for the weekend. I'll do a side by side with like my P, my XC, the Titan, and also with a Glock 47 and maybe a Glock 34 as well, just to kind of compare the impulse on this thing. To me, it feels fast and it doesn't. It's the Staccato P that I have in my head. It's slower and pushier, whereas this feels faster. Um, I need to shoot him side. I need to get used to the HD and shoot him side by side to be sure about that. But I do like the way that the HD reciprocates. Like that to me is a win. The iron sights. Um, Now it's not a feature that I hugely care about even having backup irons on the gun, but I will say these came in clutch today doing a weak hand shooting drill. So it's like shooting strong hand only, then shooting weak hand only at close range. I didn't need to train and learn like the index with the gun, which any other optic mounted gun, obviously I'd want to do that. With this, I just used the irons for that portion of the drill, and it was like way easier than uh, having to learn the index of the gun. Now, of course, with more training, I'm gonna get the index down. But it was kind of nice to have these iron sights on here that are very easily usable, and I could lean on them to get what I wanted done. That was actually kind of a surprise. Okay, let's talk about the negatives. Now, first, the trigger. I wouldn't really call this a negative, but compared to like a Performance 2011, it is a negative. The trigger's definitely heavier, and I just can't reef on it as fast as I can a different, like any other 2011. You can feel that it's Series 80. But again, side by side with a conventional striker fired pistol, this feels way better. The only thing I'm really on the struggle bus with is the safety. Now, I know there's talk when this thing came out that there's a hot spot here. I wasn't super reactive to that because the tape on my thumb here, anytime I shoot any 2011, I'm going to have this tape here because that's a hot spot for me all the time. This gun didn't really seem better, worse, or even really different. However, like actually drawing from a holster, having to disengage the safety, I think this is going to take some training just to consistently get my hand, my dominant hand, exactly in the right place. Um, yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting actually shooting the gun because, like, on paper, the features that are there on paper, a lot of them do not matter. Like, for example, the ambi mag release, or sorry, slide stop. Um, yeah, like on paper, that's a thing, but in practice, actually using it, that's completely irrelevant to me. Um, yeah, but other things like the different recoil spring that's in here, I feel like okay, it is a change. It is definitely different. I think the plan with the HD is I'll have it on the trip I'm on. I'll be out for 10 or 12 more days. When I'm at home, I'll be at home on and off for like 10 days. So I should be able to pile a lot of rounds on this gun and shoot it properly and then get the review done. At this point, I like the gun more than I initially did. I mean, actually shooting it is always it gives you a better look at it. And it's like the way it shoots feels different to me to the other products I mentioned. And I think it's going to be interesting as I finish out the review. But the HD now, it's in full effect. I'm really getting to use it, and the observations have been interesting so far.